This is part of our vacation tape, honey.
Yeah. Oh, she I'm really getting to Wisconsin.
There she is.
That's not allowed.
I did all the work today, and now she's just sitting back waiting to go.
That guy? No, I was dating him for a little while because he told me he had a disease. I didn't realize it was stupidity. He's such a good person.
Christina, your shirt's over here.
He's obsessed with me, but at some point he's like, hello, don't be so, hello? I mean, his ego is like this big, his equipment is like this big.
Want me to put braids in your hair?
Yeah.
Which haircut do you want?
These ones? Okay. Come on, let's go sit on the couch and do it. Let me do the G7 study. Go to Wisconsin.
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 No.
Is there no? But her, come here. Brush hairspray on the car. What? Now you know what Dad said? Now that he's done all the work all day, that I just sit back and... we have so you did all the work all day? We have it on tape.
Yeah, now that I did all the work, getting everything ready.
I wish you'd let your hair grow out, Christina. You quit cutting it.
What's her important?
Where are we going to go, Christina?
Milwaukee.
I made it very clear you were responsible for making her credible.
What time is it?
3:32. We're late.
Yes, it's time.
Turn the light off before we wake her up.
You going to bring her out to the car? Okay. See you in the car.
Look. I'm hugging his butt.
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm going to eat.
Are you dancing? Wow. Dancing.
Like the music. Friday after it's nice. All right, sit down and show off. Yeah, boots up there. You don't want to sit in the boots?
No, I don't want to get too comfortable. That's your statement.
Take my pictures of it. Sissy.
What did you do? You had to watch me?
There's the bird lady of Scottsboro.
That was guilty. The guilty party.
Ladies and gentlemen, three, Dale Murphy. Dale. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you, Ernie, and Terry, and Stan, and Bill, and John. Thank you for your words and remarks, and Betsy and Hank. I'm honored to be up here with you, and you and the other inductees in the Praise Hall.
Go up there and look.
This part.
Say hey, Dad.
All right.
Me? Yeah.
I want to look down here first.
Yeah, relax.
Milwaukee Braves stuff over there. You did?
What's in the tray? Anything?
During the game. You can come up here and hang out the entire game if you would like. You can come up here and stand up here, anywhere up here. You can actually come up here and have a picnic if you would like. You can bring food into the park, there's no bottles or cans, or whatever you bring in needs to fit underneath your seat. You can come up here, have a picnic, hang out anywhere you would like. You got kids can come up here and run the bases. Home plate and first base. They can come up and run the bases. There's a dugout for mom and dad to sit in, watch the kids. There's also 2 TVs and a radio over there, so that way you won't miss any of the game. You also notice there's 2 TVs behind you. As we go around, if you look and notice, you notice there's 560 TVs. There are more TVs than trash cans here. Also 75% more restroom stalls for women than men. If you notice those 2 Coke bottles over there and over there, they shoot off a simulated cannon blast when the Braves take the field or hit a home run. That giant Coke bottle, that is made out of used baseball equipment. There's 6,680 balls, it's 290 bats, it's 24 jerseys. That red part, that's 2,000 crushed Coke cans and bottle caps. At the very top are soles of the players' shoes, and it shoots off skyrockets when the Braves win. And if you look out there and notice that field, that is actually real grass. It's a hybrid of Bermuda grass. It was developed by golfer Greg Norman. He does a lot of golf courses. He did the Sugarloaf. Someone told me the other day he did the Super Bowl last year. That infield, it's 2 kinds of clay that the Braves mix themselves. It's their own mixture of clay. Now, underneath that field is 3 miles of drainage pipe. It can drain over 100,000 gallons per hour. So they have never had a game canceled because of rain here. They have a perfect record. And it's because of that drainage system. The way it drains off, because while it rains, it drains. As soon as it stops raining, that field is dry and ready to go. Of course, they'll cover the infield. That way, so if you come to a game here and it starts to rain, you never know, you might get stuck here for a while. They'll delay them, like the home opener by 3 hours. And if you notice out there in the center field, that grass, that is the Braves sod farm. They grow their own grass here. If you notice that green wall, it's called the batter's blind eye. The reason it's green and there's no seats there is because if there were, was sitting there like with that white shirt on, the batter can get the ball lost in that. So there's no seats there, and that's green. That way it gives a perfect unobstructed view. If you look across the way and see that public sign, those seats running straight up against the wall, those are called skyline seats. They go on sale 3 hours before game time for $1. There's a total of 178 of them. There's some over there, and there's some over here right up against this wall. All right, so we'll move over to the giant Coke chairs. They used to play. That's where they won the World Series. You notice they even kept the infield, home plate, the warning track. If you notice the M in home, that's where Hank Aaron in 715, April 8th of 74. Now, I told you that this used to be the Olympic Stadium. You notice those columns out front? That's how far the Olympic seating went out. That's where they lost the 30,000 seats. During the Olympics, none of this was up here. They kept those columns up afterwards because it made a nice entrance to the park. And over there, that's the Olympic cauldron that Muhammad Ali climbed up to light the Olympic torch. But during the Olympics, that was over here.
Seen the Braves play. We go see the Braves play the Marlins every year at spring.
5 career home runs, and it goes from there to all the way to under that sparkle sign. Inside's a very nice restaurant. There's a sports bar, and it's $500 to become a member for a season. And if you use your membership, you do have to have a game ticket for that day. And any ticket will do, even a $1 ticket. It doesn't matter, it just has to be for that day. And you can come up there and have dinner. You can sit along the window, have dinner, watch the game. You can even sit outside and have dinner and watch the game. After dinner, you can go to the bar, have a drink. There's a little area you can stand around and watch the game. Also up here, they have suites. These are where the corporate suites are. And corporations, they're $1 million for 5 years. They're $200,000 a year, and they make them sign a 5-year deal. There's also suites you can rent out on a game-by-game basis, and they go anywhere from, it goes by the number of people, they go anywhere from 20 up to 46 people, 800 per game. There are also some conference rooms you can rent out that you actually can't see the park from, but you do get 12 Lexus level tickets with them, and that's $600 per game. Now the suite we're going to go into, you'd be allowed up to 20 people, and it's $2,700 per game. And that does not include food. This is one area you cannot bring your own food. Yes, you buy it out here or have it catered from them.
If you got that much money, you can afford the catering.
Yes, that is the exact philosophy behind it. 2 TVs, your own restroom. Yeah. Getting the field ready for the game coming up.
Those mowers and stuff, when they cut that, make them look like a checkerboard, do they have a good bit of them, or is there just 2 of them? One goes one way, one goes the other way, or?
No, actually, it usually be, they've got several mowers, but it's actually the way they cut it. It's got like 3 rollers. It's like the left side will cut while the right side presses down. When he gets to the other end, he just turns around, and then when he goes back, when he just pressed is now cut, and when he just cuts is now pressed. And that's the way they do it, and that creates that checkerboard. They'll do it straight, then later on they'll make angular cuts, then later on they'll make like a U. And it's the way they cut it, it creates that checkerboard. That checkerboard was not a part of the original design. That's what happened after they cut it.
That looks good on TV set.
Yeah, it does. You know, something interesting they will do sometimes, they will actually spray paint the field.
I heard they do that. So
Yeah. Like last week they had the Dave Matthews Band here, the concert. The outfield was really rough, so before the water, now they recycle that water, they'll use that again and again. It all goes down part of the drainage system, so they'll recycle that.
I guess you don't get some too, don't you?
But generally we don't get like, they won't give us tickets.
They come show you.
Yeah,
Go out there.
just sit out somewhere. Or usually they're like out there, or I'll go up there and stand in the Coke area, stand out there in the plaza area. There's plenty of standing room, and then later just find a seat to go sit. Alright. Anyone listen to the hallway, that's where the organist, her name's Carolyn King Jones, that's where the organ is. That's also where the Matrix staff and Braves Vision, they do the scoreboard and video screens. There's also auxiliary radio and TV rooms. There's auxiliary TV, like sometimes on Wednesday night, Fox will be broadcasting over here while ESPN will be down there. That is the visiting team television room, whatever team is in town, that's where if they're going to broadcast back, that's where they're at. A lot of times teams will be broadcasting, so that's where the visiting team. And right over here, this is where they do it on radio. This is where WFB. And over here, next door, this is where they do it on TV.
Oh, cool.
This is where Don, Pete, Joe, Skip.
Oh, yeah, cool.
This is where they do it on TV. Next door is where they do it on radio. These two rooms are pretty much the same. The only difference is this is bigger, that's smaller. Radio, you don't need as much equipment. TV, you do. Over there, they have like 2 talent, then a producer. Over here, they'll have like up to 5 to 6 people. They have 2 talent, then they'll have a camera person, then they'll have a statistician, then they'll have a stage manager, then they'll have a producer, maybe an associate producer should they need it. And so they'll open these windows. And when Skip, Don, Pete, Joe, that's where they sit. And they'll have monitors so they can see what's going on out in the air. And if you listen to them on radio and you watch them on TV, if you notice how they change out during the middle, well, they simply just do what we did, walk right next door. So if you ever hear Skip Carey talk about his long trek to the other side, he's making that up. It consists of him walking right to that door. He does exactly what we did. As you can see, they could even sit there and make faces at one another if they want. Now, if you ever see that as a backdrop, this is where the camera is at. That black thing there, that's a camera mount. They'll mount a camera on top of that. So if you're watching them on, you see it, you know, they're looking out that way, that's where the camera's at. So they have 2 cameras in here, one that way, one going out that way. And of course, they probably got the best view of the house, right behind home plate. They got their own refrigerator, got their own got a bathroom, cafeterias right next door. And of course, they get paid to come here. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, they come through every day just for me.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
That covers the game. Now right here, this is for a designated Braves public relations person. And those two monitors go to each one of the bullpens. That TV, that's the weather channel. They'll keep the weather channel on throughout the game. See if it's raining, going to rain. And if you hear it during the rain delay, they'll actually put the weather channel up on the big screen. That telephone right there that goes to each one of the dugouts, they can call down there or they can call up here should they need to for any reason, for whatever reason they might need, they have access to do it. Next to them, that microphone, that's for Bill Bowers. He does all the public address announcements, who's batting, who's pitching. That's where he sits. Next to him, that's another Braves public relations person. They'll do various giveaways during the game, do various trivia questions, various other things. And that's where he sits. He makes all those additional announcements. Then the rest of the places are taken up by writers from the Baseball Writers Association of America. That's why they get the first row. That's why that's where our local Atlanta Journal writers will sit. That's they're the elite group of sports writers, and that's why they get the first row. This is the statisticians row. This is for various statisticians. Some of the news organizations like USA Today will have a statistician. I think NBC has one. So some of them will have a statistician up here. That microphone, that's for the official scorer. That's where they sit. And then on the other side over there, that's for the AP News Service and for visiting press, such as probably, I guess, the Miami Herald. That's where they would be. Up here, those two rows, that's for local media, such as if maybe someone has a radio interview after the game, they might be up there covering everything what they're going to ask for their interview after the game. And that room out there, that's a working room. They'll post the lineup for the day. They'll have Braves public relations people out there to assist. They'll have, these places will be assigned by news organizations, so they'll have a seating chart, they'll have press releases. And there's additional, they have computer and phone hookups out in here, but there's some additional ones out there in case anyone needs any more space to spread out and work. They can go out there. Now, the average game, they have about 40 people in here. This room will hold up to 104. Now, should the Braves go to the World Series, they'll issue over 900 press credentials. So what they do is they take from 335 over to 380. They cover that area over, and they turn that into an auxiliary press area. They make that into another one of these. Because at that point, with the World Series, this is where all the upper echelon, this is where like Time, this is where Sports Illustrated, this is where all the big ones go, and the other ones, they get to go out there, and they turn that into a completely another one of these. Now, during games, this room will be completely open. This will be wide open. And I have been told before that since it is, they get foul balls back here. Now, of course, the reporters, they can duck, but it's the laptops they don't get to. And apparently there's been a few times when a few reporters have taken their laptops home in very little bags. Apparently a few laptops' careers have ended up here. Now, as we go back outside, you notice the cafeteria. That's where the press eats, and during the week, that's where we eat. Now, if you notice out there, you notice how they're sprinkling, they're watering that field. Now, they recycle all that water. That's how they can water anytime, even when there's water restrictions, is they recycle that. Now we're going to head down to an area called the service level. This is where they bring in all the food, all the drinks, this is where the grounds crew. So you'll kind of want to stay against the wall and be on the lookout and be aware of traffic, because this is where there is moving traffic coming through here. This is where Chipper signed his $90 million deal. If you ever see that as a backdrop, this is where they're having the press conference. During the All-Star game, this is where a lot of players, this is where they changed into. I believe like Sammy Sosa changed in here. This is where the History Channel recently filmed something on Hank Aaron. But as you notice, this is pretty much mostly used for press conferences. This is where after the game, Bobby will come and explain why he just got thrown out again. And these lockers look you know, a lot, not a whole lot. They look more like the umpire's locker room. Unfortunately, we can't go into the Braves locker room today because it's a game day, and some of the players are coming in. A lot of the coaches coming in, like Hubbard. He comes in here early. He starts coming in. They start jogging. Him and Bobby Dews. Now in the Braves locker room, they got 44 maple lockers, and it's a completely different shape. It's shaped in a keyhole effect, and that's to create a team cohesiveness. They've got nice carpet. They got, of course, chairs sponsored by Coke. They've got a sauna, weight room. They've got a putting green. They also got underground batting cages. I said, this looks pretty much just like the umpire's dressing room. Any questions? All right. Well, if you want to, we'll head out there to the dugout. Authorized visitors are not permitted. This is for pretty much umpires and umpires alone. And if you notice this little sign, it's in Braille. So yeah, there are a few that are blind. This is another good one. No person is permitted to leave the dressing room with any type of alcoholic beverage. So they can have all they want inside.
They
Just can't take it out on the field with them. So yeah, can't take the six-pack out. They gotta.
Well, they still carry that on the field with your body. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They just can't
That
bring
makes
it.
them dumb and blind.
So now it pretty much explains a lot of the calls.
There's a sign there, I like that.
Yes. Isn't it though? Seats, and there were 3 seats. There's a row missing. Of course, Jane got that one. But all this is Ted's area. Now down here, this is Ted's private club, Ted's private entrance. That's Lions Den. There used to be a restaurant at CNN Center. Ted just happened to own CNN Center. That's Bert Lard, the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. Ted just happens to own the rights to it. So that's where Ted, that's his private, and this is where all his friends. As a matter of fact, this is where Jimmy and Rosalind come. They're coming tomorrow night. So.
Oh, cool. All right.
Alrighty. That's not out. Like Ford is getting ready to have batting practice.
That's pretty good time. Gotta get the dugout.
This is the Braves dugout here. Over there, that's for the bats and helmets. Those 2 monitors, they go to each one of the bullpens. The one on the right is the Braves, the one on the left is the visitors. And these phones right here, just for that middle phone. Now that's the one that goes out to the bullpen. And that other phone, that goes to any other phone here in the park. Now they can't make any outgoing calls here. You know, calling out for pizza, or the wife can't call up saying bring home a gallon of milk, honey. Now down those steps right over there, that's the way the Braves go to their locker room. That's their entrance. That's also the way to their batting cages. Over there, that blue thing where she's sitting, that's for their Powerade.
Powerade.
Stephen,
anyone ever go to any of the games at the old stadium? Okay.
One of my buddies got that.
Oh, what, the up and down, the arrow key? That is to make sure that this is handicapped. This will rise up. The park is 100% handicapped. Of course, if they have somebody to build here, they don't use it. They bring them back to another one. This is what caused your government hard work.
Ha!
How much concrete? I have no idea. I imagine a lot.
Oh.
Now, next time you're watching the Braves here on TV, actually we're sitting right here.
That's cool, man.
Back
Let me carve my name on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Who's Matt
You
Trader?
can. Sit right there. Sit there and watch Leo rock.
He's all of a sudden got a government call.
You know, he does that. That's not a nervous game thing. He does that. I've seen him there in the office on an afternoon. Sitting around talking about the weather. Oh, that's part of the 755 club. That's the outside seating. That's where it said you want to have dinner outside. And that's also the ones in blue, that's division championships. The one in red, that's National League championships. And of course 95, the World Series. So they went to the World Series in 91, 92, 95, 96, and 99. 3 is Dale Murphy. 35 is Phil Negro. 44, Hank Aaron. 21 is Warren Spahn. Jackie Robinson. In 1997, the entire Major Leagues retired the number 42. So right now there's one player left wearing 42 with Anaheim. And the reason 21 or 41 are in red is because Warren Spahn played in Boston and Milwaukee. Eddie Matthews is the only one to play in Boston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. But they consider they played, more in Milwaukee. And the back of their jerseys, it was red. And that's why 21 and 41 is red. Any questions?
Do I have something on it?
Watch them warm up before the game. You can come down here and stand and watch them warm up during the game. So, if you want to see like if Lavin's pitching, you want to come down and watch them warm up beforehand, you can. Or if you want to come down during the game, watch the doctor if he's warming up, you can. Over there, that's the camera that goes to the dugout, the monitor. Over there, there's another camera mount. So when they show the shot from the bullpen, that's where the camera's at. There's a camera on that. Over there on the right, that's where the phone is at. And that bench, that's where the pitchers, that's where they sit. And of course, they just walk down those steps, and John will come running right out that door. Over there, that is the chop house restaurant. There. Chop house restaurant is free. Chop tips.
Christina got a home run! Yay!
He's gonna hit the baseball again. Hit it, run. And it's a home run!
Yay! Christina! Yay! Do the dance, do the home run dance. Yippee!
I don't know, it's hurt my leg. Red's right there, you're smushing.
Let me hold it, steer.
See, and that's the original diamond.
Oh, they just built the parking lot and just
Yeah.
made it brick.
That was cool watching that video when they destroyed them. There it is. Fulton County Stadium.
What? Looks like there's a plaque over there. Drive on the bases.
Oh, we just made it home.
First base.
First base.
First base.
Go, go, go!
Come on, make it second.
Go, go!
Get you.
We're at second base.
Come on, come on. Still the third, still the third. Oh, now we just gotta go home. Gotta go home.
Slide, buddy, slide!
Woo!
And it's a home run!
We are not.
It's alright, we're having fun.
It's good.
Just don't get me in my bathing suit. Dad, really? Watch this. Ow. Did you get the key, honey?
Yeah.
Dad, watch this. Dad, watch this. sides. Go up the steps or the ladder. Yeah, it's a small screen.
Hello.
Daddy's standing on his hands.
You gonna do it, Christina? Turn around. Christina. Come do your booty dance.
Angela, you should come in. It's so warm.
No, I'm clean. It's about to relax in the air conditioning.
Look at Dad.
Hello.
Where are you going? What are you going to do? You're going down there. 5 people. It's too big.
Christina. Christina.
Daddy ordered Domino's.
What kind?
Olives and
Olives and mushrooms.
mushrooms,
And
black
on
olive,
pepperoni and sausage.
pepperoni and sausage.
Alright.
This might be good for me.
I like spinach pizza.
You like what?
Spinach pizza.
Spinach pizza. Oh, I've had that.
Good, isn't it?
Nice and warm. Yeah. It is. Very nice and warm. Might stay in here for a while.
Is chicken fajita pizza.
Watch this.
Chicken fajita pizza?
Have you had a... It's on... I told you I'm going to make it. You take the burritos shell.
Christina.
Spinach.
Woo!
Cheese. A little
Hello.
olive oil. I mean, just brush it on just a little. Oh, it is so good. You cannot go past. Come here. Come here, hold my hand. Just walk. I want to see how far it is before it's up on your shoulder. Just keep walking. I just want to see. Okay, then you don't go past here. That's all I'm looking to see. How you're still tall enough where you can stand up. Wow.
I don't know what's wrong.
We're on our way to Wisconsin. Oh. Sorry.
I'll be flipping faster.